Alright, hello and welcome back to another YopMe reviews video. It's been a long time coming, but today we're focusing on something a little different. I'm going to be focusing on a TV show. I know, blasphemy. Usually we just do like films and stuff. But today we're going to talk about Love, Death, and Robots, a TV show that I've been watching for a while now. The fourth season just came out, and that's kind of what inspired me to make this episode. I wanted to rank all the episodes, talk a little bit about each episode, and we'll go from there. There's, I think, 45 episodes, which is quite a bit, and so it's going to take a little bit to get through this entire thing, but we're going to talk about all of them, and we're going to see which one is the best, which ones are the worst, how they different seasons kind of work or intertwine with each other. I personally thought that the fourth season was a little weaker. There's even an episode what kind of inspired me to make this as well is there's a live action episode in the fourth season, which I was not a fan of. I think Love, Death, and Robots is an animated series to its core, and so I really didn't enjoy it that they kind of went in for that. But yeah, we'll start off here with one of the first ones here, the Three Robots episode, long after the fall, and you can see it kind of gets cut off. So this one I watched, it was pretty good. I think I'm gonna put this in decent tier. Starting off, I've watched all the episodes, obviously. This one kind of focused on like three robots, and they kind of progress through like an abandoned city, and they see things. They talk about like how the world has come to an end. That's kind of a prevalent theme throughout Love, Death, and Robots. You see a lot of stuff in that realm. So moving on to the next episode. Some of these episodes, I've seen every episode. Some I kind of forget, and so I'll have to search them up. But we'll go with this Ice Age episode because I remember this episode. I'm going to say this was mediocre. I watched it. It wasn't as good as the Three Robots episode. Really, the premise is just that they have like a whole civilization in their freezer. It was an interesting idea, but I didn't think it was insanely good. However, good hunting. Now that was a great episode. This one is essentially there's like a wolf, or I think it was like a spirit animal, and the main character kind of travels through different timelines as time goes on, and at the end I think they make like they come together, and it was a really interesting episode. I'll put Sony's Edge as well, right underneath it. I don't think it was as good as Good Hunting. This one was about like a brawler. She was a brawler, and they kind of had their own like monsters and stuff. Really interesting episode as well. It was definitely better than Three Robots, but not as good as Good Hunting, in my opinion. Shapeshifters. So, I think I'm gonna put Shapeshifters above Sony's Edge, but not as good as Good Hunting. Shapeshifters was a really great episode. It was about like war. I think they were like army people, but obviously one of them or two of them in this situation could turn into a werewolf. Really great episode for this. Okay, I'm remembering now, Beyond the Aquila Rift. I think I'm gonna put this. This is already tough. It's going to be in the incredible tier. I think we'll put it right below Sony's Edge. This was the one that had like they were on a spaceship, and the guy, he essentially meets up with a former past lover, and it turns out the past lover is like some sort of alien deity or some sort of thing along those lines. It was an interesting episode. Alright, moving on. The Witness. I'm going to put The Witness in decent. This one was an episode about a person who sees someone who gets killed in like an apartment complex. And you get to watch kind of as the person they see, and in the end it turns out that they that they were also seen. It's kind of like a flip episode. Love, Death, and Robots does this quite a bit. But yeah, as you can see so far, we're kind of still in the first 3 seasons. Everything is kind of in the incredible, decent, and I watched it here, which is pretty nice. We'll put the dump also in decent. I think we'll put it, yeah. I'm gonna go like this. I thought 3 Robots was okay, but I think Love, Death, Robots kind of does this thing where they focus too much on the Love, Death, Robots. Like, obviously that's the theme of the series, but there's a lot of episodes very similar to 3 Robots. There's not a lot of episodes very similar to The Witness and The Dump. Dump is about an older man who's dealing with someone trying to like sell his house and stuff, and he doesn't want to, and there's like a big creature as well. It's pretty fun. Okay, I'm gonna put automated customer service in incredible. Reason being, I really thought automated customer service was a really funny episode. The whole episode, I think, from what I remember, is essentially it's like this older lady who has to deal with a robot that goes berserk on her, and all the other robots go berserk as well. So yeah, we got this list here. All these episodes are so good. I think I'll keep the order for now, though. Fish Night. Put it right above 3 Robots, but not as good as The Dump. Fish Night was visually, you know what? We'll put it one more above. Visually spectacular. 2 people on the side of like the road, and there's a lot of like visual stuff in this episode that's just really impressive. Alright, ice. So I think we'll put ice right below 3 Robots. I thought ice was good. I think ice, it was visually also really impressive. There was a follow-up episode, or not a follow-up episode, but something that looked very similar to ice in season 4 recently that I watched, and I was kind of interested in it. But ice, the world building didn't really get me into it too much, in all honesty. So it's hard to say. The Tall Grass. This is another good episode. I'm going to say, though, I'm also going to put it here, and then I'm going to move 3 Robots down again. Sorry, 3 Robots, I keep on just demoting you. So The Tall Grass was an episode of about creatures who live in tall grass. It was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed the theme and so on and forth. Moving forward, I think we have our first Incredible in a while, The Secret War. This is a great episode. Alien creatures battling I think it was like a Soviet squad. Just such a great episode from an action perspective. I think it's just above The Witness from what I remember. I don't remember this episode, to be honest. I think this was one of the earliest episodes. It's like one of those episodes that they do sometimes where they just have like a really bird's eye view perspective of Love, Death, and Robots. Things happen, but it's kind of mediocre. So what we'll do is we'll put the actual bad ones here, and then we'll have this as the or I can barely kind of remember it thing. Okay, Suits. I'm gonna put it right below 3 Robots. Suits? No, we'll put it one more above. Suits was an interesting episode. There was mechs and stuff. They're a group of farmers who live in and they have these machines, and they battle aliens yet again. Aliens very often come up in these episodes. Alright. The Drowned Giant. I think we're gonna put this here. Here. Okay. Let's talk about the Drowned Giant for a minute. So the Drowned Giant, I think, was the first episode of Love, Death, Robots I saw before I got into the series. I think Drowned Giant is one of the first episodes. Everything here is great so far, but Drowned Giant is one of the few episodes, or there's a couple of episodes but I'd say like 5 or so episodes that really get you thinking. Um, Essentially what happens is they come across this person who's dead and they've been swept up. They're a big giant on the side of a beach, and you really get to kind of like see how humanity interact with this massive creature, and it really leaves you with a lot of questions about like civilization and so on and forth. We're gonna move forward as well, and we're gonna put another episode even higher, Bad Traveling. So this episode, I think when I first watched it, I thought it was really slow. And I watched it again and I realized that it actually is really, really good. You know, I might even put it in perfection. I don't think it's the best episode. There is one coming up that I will say is the best episode. But Bad Traveling to me is just such an interesting episode. The way the story interacts, how much time is there, it jumps into it so quickly, and you have this creature and this main character who is just a real asshole, but he knows really well how to like take advantage of people, and he plays his cards right, and it really is just such a great episode in that regards. Alright, moving forward, Kill Team Kill. We're gonna put this in right above 3 robots. I think 3 robots is like the little standard we've got right here going. Essentially, it's like that middle point almost, I would say, which is great. It shows that this show is really good. Most episodes are better than the middle point. So Kill Team Kill is essentially about like a squad as well. They fight like a bear. It's been a while since I've seen this episode, like a mech bear or something. It was interesting. I think it was very similar thematically to Suits. Kind of have the same kind of vibe overall. Alright, you know what? Let's talk about it. We're putting this in the number 1 episode. Maybe the greatest episode of Love, Death, and Robots. Honest to God, if this episode wasn't here, I don't even know how I'd be making this video. Zima Blue is the best episode of Love, Death, and Robots. If you're watching this video and you want to check out Love, Death, and Robots and you want to see an episode, I recommend to you Zima Blue. It's about a person, and it's so short, but it's so well done. It's just perfection. It makes Bad Traveling look mediocre, which is really saying something considering how far above these 2 episodes are compared to the rest of these episodes here. But Zima Blue is perfection. It is just such a great episode. Alright, Mason's Rats. We're gonna put Mason's Rats below 3 robots. I'm sorry. Mason Rats, great episode. I didn't dislike Mason's Rats. I thought it was interesting. It's funny, it's got good timing. And because of that, we'll actually put it above 3 robots. Move it 1 spot up. I think it will be in this little category though. We've got this action kind of thing going on right now with these 3 episodes. Okay. Another episode of 3 robots. I don't remember if there were 2. Maybe there were, but I'll put this in. I don't remember if I watched this. Okay, The Very Pulse of the Machine. I don't think I liked this episode. I thought it was long. It teetered on. I get where what they were going for. I just don't think it was super interesting. It didn't really get me thinking. Like, it did, but it made me feel like it was a fabricated episode, like it was missing elements. I don't know, something about it just didn't stick with me the way a lot of other episodes have. Alright, first episode of season 4. We're gonna put this in I watched the category, right next to Ice Age. Now this I feel weird putting this low simply because this was, in my opinion, a great episode. I'll preface, I'm putting this lower because it is live action. I don't think Love, Death, Robots should have live action episodes. It's also the 4th season episode. It's one of the first episodes I'm ranking here from the 4th season. I had some cool actors. It has like the guy from The Witcher in it. The main character is pretty charismatic. You get to see kind of this alien race. Everything looked great. I just don't know. I'm not sure if I think Love, Death, Robots should have live action episodes. 400 Boys. I'm going to put this in bad as well. 400 Boys, similar to Ice. They had a very kind of similar feeling. However, I couldn't get behind 400 Boys. I thought it was interesting. It had cool characters. The world building, though, just didn't feel there. It really felt like an episode where it was like a minute of world building and then 4 minutes of fight scenes. And I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know who was who. So I couldn't really get into it. We're starting to get into these season 4 episodes as well. They are a little worse. So another season 4 episode. I'm going to put this. Alright, here. We'll put it there. The Screaming of the Tyrannosaur might be one of the best season 4 episodes. It's kind of like a Hunger Games episode. Obviously, there's dinosaurs in it. There's a couple. The main character is pretty cool. It's more of an action episode, but it goes out with a bang. So I enjoyed it for that regards. All right, moving forward. In Vaulted Halls and Tombs. Boom. We're going big within Vaulted Halls and Tombs. I think we're also going to move this up. Just because these episodes are all just fantastic episodes. I think we'll do that. That is what we'll do for now. Shapeshifters is such a great episode, but I don't know if it's perfection. Yeah, this feels right for now. Modern Warfare, there's an Elder God. It's like a horror episode. Really great. I really love some of the horror episodes that are in this series. This one is a horror episode. I would argue Shapeshifters, Sony's Edge is a horror episode. Yeah. Alright. For He Can Creep. This is the last episode of season 4. I actually just watched this and that's what inspired me. Boom. Putting it up there. For He Can Creep. Maybe the best episode of season 4. I think it is better than the Screaming of the Tyrannosaur. Super personable characters. We got these cats going on. We've got Satan, and they're battling Satan. It's just fun. This is one of the more fun episodes in the entire series, and that's why I think it deserves a perfection spot. Alright, moving forward. Spider Rose, another episode from season 4. We're going to put this in the decent category. I think we'll put it right here. And then we're also going to move some small things around. We'll put the tall grass above the dump. I think that's fair. Spider Rose. It's kind of a sci-fi episode. We've got this person, it's like a revenge story quest line going on. And then we have a pet as well. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. I think it was the best episode though. No. Alright, Gibbero. Yeah, this feels right. Gibbero, such a good episode. Maybe even. Yeah. I think that's where we're gonna put it. I think For He Can Creep. Some people might get angry at me because it's this high, but I enjoyed For He Can Creep. I think Gibbero might be a better episode than For He Can Creep, definitely from an artistic perspective. But For He Can Creep was just so fun to me. Gibbero was very dark and aesthetically specific, but different, right? Alright, Swarm. Really quickly, let me just double check something. I put an episode that I think... I don't remember Swarm too well now. I'm going to put it here for now, just for now. We'll also put this here. Night of the Many Dead. The Yoga episode and the Night of the Many Dead, they're like these bird's eye view perspective episodes, I don't know. I don't think they're that great. I even put this one here as well. Close Encounters of the Mini Kind. Like, it's cool. I get where they're coming from, but like, I don't know. Actually, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. This one, bad. Did not like this episode. Can't stop. This is just a music video episode. It doesn't need to be there. It's directed by like David Fincher or some like big time director, but it's so mediocre. It just blows my mind. I was not a fan. Alright, moving forward. Snow in the Desert. This is a bounty hunter episode. I like this episode. I'm gonna put this around here. Maybe here. Yeah, it feels right. I enjoyed that episode. It was good. Okay. Another horror episode. All Through the House. Oh, this is getting tough. We're gonna put it here for now. I don't think it was good as Screaming of the Tyrannosaur. I think Tall Grass was a little bit better. This one is a funny episode. We've got these two characters, Santa Claus. It's Christmas time. There's like a dark creature as well. Interesting episode overall. Alright. Lucky 13. I put Lucky 13 right above 3 Robots. Lucky 13, no. I'm lowballing it right now. Bring it up. We'll put it here. We'll separate the two. I think Suits was better than Kill Team Kill. Lucky 13 is about a spaceship called Lucky 13, and the pilot really likes it. It was a good episode overall, I would say. So, alright, moving forward, Have Sec Got Religion? Another season 4 episode. I think we will put this, we're gonna put this here. Now, Have Sec Got Religion is not a bad episode. I don't think it is as good as 3 Robots. Visually, it's really impressive, but it kind of has been done before. You have an alien type creature, and then it feels redundant at the point where Love and Death Robots is. If this had been a season 1 episode, it'd probably be up here. But since it's a season 4, I think they need to keep going with it. Alright. This one, bad. Mediocre. Maybe the worst episode of Love, Death, and Robots other than Can't Stop. So, unfortunately, 3 of the 4 worst episodes are in season 4, which is really saying something. We do have one that is in the top, but even still, it's pushing it. It's pushing it, that's what I'll say. So, alright. Moving forward, we have the episode Blind Spot. Reading through this right now. I've seen all the episodes. I don't know. I'm gonna search this up really quickly. Blind Spot. This was in season 1. Oh yes. Okay. This was the robot mech episode. It was okay. I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna put it below Mason's Rats. I thought it was okay. I thought it was cool action, kind of reminded me of Cyberpunk, but it wasn't the best episode, so my personal opinion. So moving forward, we're going to move into the episode Alternate Histories. Now, Alternate Histories was another episode kind of similar to these ones, so I'm going to put it in here. It was one of those like Hitler episodes, like what would happen if Hitler kind of thing was going on. Interesting. I don't know. It didn't really get me though the way that I expected some other episodes to. So we will move forward as well to Life Hutch. Yes. So this one is an episode where I think it's with Michael B. Jordan. put it here. Nothing really happens, in all honesty, in this episode. I hate to really say it. It's just a guy who's on a ship. He's trying to stay away from a robot. That's That's most of what there is happening in the episode. So I don't know. I didn't think it was the greatest episode. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't love it. All right, Pop Squad. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where Pop Squad should be. Pop Squad was an episode about immortality. I think when Love, Death, and Robots jumps in, almost, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these 7 episodes here kind of get you thinking. Maybe not so much good hunting. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, 4. These 4 right here kind of get you thinking. These 3 are just fun, good times. This one is a little more introspective than these 2, but they're all great episodes. Pop Squad though is a really interesting episode. But yeah, this is another season 4 episode. Put this episode was funny, so I'm gonna put it right above Blind Spot. We've got a cat. There's a lot of cats in Love, Death, and Robots. None episode is as good as this 4 you can creep for cats wise, but this one's just about a cat who comes across a robot. Yeah, pretty fun episode. So, right, we got 2 more episodes left, so we're nearly finished here. Thanks for tuning in to this video. I'm going to be making a Love, Death, Robots, and Secret Level YopMe reviews video in the future. Matter of fact, actually, you might get both of these episodes at the same time, just because this is a little more of a simple episode, just me ranking the episodes from what I remember, right? So the next episode is Sucker of Souls. This is the vampire episode. It's like a group of people go into like a cave, and it turns out to be like a big creature. I enjoyed this. I would put this in the same kind of realm of like Suits and Kill Team Kill, Lucky 13. I think I like vampires, so I'm gonna put it here. I think Snow in the Desert was a little bit better, but I enjoyed the episode. And finally, the very last episode, Helping Hand. This episode, I don't really remember it too well. I remember watching it, but I don't remember really anything super specific about it. I'm going to put it in over here. Alright, so thank you for tuning in. As I was mentioning, these are my favorite episodes here. These are the ones that I think are kind of mediocre. Yeah, no, these ones are just straight up mediocre in my opinion. I guess you could make an argument that Foreign Boys is better than these 2 were for sure really bad. I think these 2 are kind of but you could make an argument for Foreign Boys and for The Very Pulse. But I don't know. I wasn't a big fan. These ones are okay. Golgotha, you know what? I'm gonna move Golgotha into decent. I might even move it right here. I think, like, at the end of the day, I'm nitpicking it, but I do think there shouldn't be live action. They include it, so it is what it is. But yeah, thank you for tuning into a Love, Death, Robots episode. YopMe Reviews episode, and have a great day. Goodbye.